Good morning and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here this morning with Fred and Cody, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is Cody's ability to understand and respond to his obedience commands. The correction and the motivations that we give these young puppies when we're working with them, and the training equipment that we're using. Fred's using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of that leash folded neatly in his right hand. That leaves the left hand free to give the correction, and the correction that we give is a tug and let go on the training collar. And that is the second piece of equipment that we're using, and you'll be instructed on how to use your training equipment during your training lesson tomorrow. Now, Cody is sitting nicely at Fred's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done, and the first exercise that they're going to demonstrate for us is heeling. Heeling is proper walking on a leash. And the command is Cody heel. His job at this point is to stay even with Fred's left leg, and each time that Fred stops his feet, he should sit automatically without being told to wait for his next command. And one of the most prevalent phone calls that we get are from people who have large dogs, and they say, I can't even walk my dog, they're dragging me down the street. So this is the first thing that we teach, is proper walking on a leash with your automatic sit, so that if you stop to cross traffic or talk to a neighbor, your dog is sitting nicely at your left and waiting for his next command. And the next exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is the stay. The stay is a hand and a voice command. Fred gives him the one-word firm command to stay. When you're practicing this at home, you're going to go from 1 minute working up to 3 minutes. When Fred returns back to his puppy, he's going to walk all the way around him, returning all the way back around to heel position as an additional distraction. He's going to give him a little pat for praise, and they're going to take off heeling again. When you're practicing your sit stays in the house, remember that it helps to develop their attention span and their maturity and their ability to focus. So you want to practice your stationary exercises right in your home. Fred leaves him in another stay. And the next exercise that's very, very important with this breed is the recall or the come on command. Fred's going to use his name and a happy voice. He calls him right in front. He expects him to sit facing his knees because we don't want him barreling in and jumping all over you. And then he returns back to heel position, walks all the way around Fred, back to heel and back sitting. And each time that he returns to heel position, Cody expects to get another command. So you have to tell him what you expect him to do next, either to stay or to heel, whatever's next. And Fred will call him in again. He comes in and sits, looks up at his trainer, which is great. You can't buy focus. And Fred gives him a pat for praise. He's so adorable. He's doing really, really well. He has a nice foundation for the future, and we'll be there with you every step of the way to make sure that things continue on in a positive, positive way. The next exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is the down from a heel position. Fred's going to use the open flat of his palm, straight down toward the ground, and the one-word firm command to down. He leaves him in a stay. The long down stay when you're practicing at home is for 3 minutes, working up to 5 minutes. A great exercise to practice while you're having dinner, sitting down to watch a movie, anytime that you want the puppy to just be still. Again, focus, maturity. When Fred returns back to him, he will return back to him exactly as he did on the sit stay for an additional distraction. Dogs don't like you behind them typically. He heels him out of that, and we will demonstrate that down from a heel one more time for you. Remember, you're going to get practice doing all of these commands. Left him in a stay. And as you get more familiar with training with your dog and working with him, you're going to be able to use your commands and mix it up so you don't become too predictable. This time Fred's going to call his dog out of the down. Calls him in, has him sit, has him return back to heel position, and sit again. praises him for a good job, and then he's going to heel him out of that. And we're going to set up for our down from a distance. This is the harder of the two down commands. Fred leaves him in a stay, walks out to the end of his training leash. This is the only time that Fred will use his right hand to give the command, and he drops him into a down from 6 feet away. Perfect. He's an adorable puppy, and you have a very nice foundation going here. Now, we've demonstrated for you your heel, your automatic sit, your stay, your down from a distance, and your come. These are the exercises that you're going to be incorporating into your everyday life with Cody. We really enjoyed having him. He's a sweet puppy. And thank you for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company as your personal dog trainers.